Hey folks, Dude here, coming at you on Wednesday, October 28th, and I'm going to be telling you about some kind of disgusting turnabout of things that is just sheer and simple heresy in today's society. Got my ticker juice going, but I just found out, and this is possibly the most disgusting of all things that Hollywood can do. They are so bereft of ideas, they don't have a single clue to come up with something new, other than some really kind of Chris Nolan movies, just kind of, really cool Chris Nolan movies. Uh, he really kind of pulls, some really interesting stuff. Yes, there's a couple things that are a little bit weird with a couple of the, really more mind benders, but by and large, he picks some pretty cool stuff. Now, the movie I want to tell you about right off the bat that's going to be remade, Big Trouble in Little China. Kurt Russell, Chinatown, San Francisco, fighting demons and whatever. John Carpenter classic cult movie. It didn't need to be remade. Did it age well? Maybe not, but you know what? It's still a whole heck of a lot of fun. You can get together a bunch of friends with some beer and pizza, have a movie party, and it's still fun to watch. What else is coming down the pike? Oh, The Craft. That's right, a group of students who basically play in witchcraft from 1996. Wargames from 1983, starring Matthew Broderick, Ali Sheedy. Why? Just why? It was good. Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger from 1985. Right on Chong, Dan Hedaya. Good flick. Why? Why does it need to be remade? It was pretty much about as good enough as you're going to get with Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the 80s. Overboard with 1987 with Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell. No, it doesn't need to get made. Some crazy stupid bitch falls over a boat, basically has amnesia and turns into like a sort of nice person, which she was an absolute bitch before. Point Break, okay? The surfer, skydiving, robbery movie with Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves from 1991, Gary Busey, doesn't need to be remade. What are they doing? Why? An American Werewolf in London from 1981 with David Naughton. Now, I remember seeing this movie, and it was a turkey. It sucked, okay? It was not a good movie. John Landis, who really can turn out some amazing flicks, this was not one of them. If you watch this movie nowadays, you're going to go, oh, this really sucks. It wasn't that good a movie, okay? The Wild Bunch from 1969 by classic director Sam Peckinpah, starring William Holden, Ernest Borgnine, and Robert Ryan. Excellent, badass Western movie. Did not need to get remade. Why are they doing it? Don't know. 1995's Jumanji with Robin Williams. Well, Robin Williams is no longer here. He can't say anything about it. Was it a really good movie? I didn't get into it. I think I watched a little bit of it, like on TV, a couple scenes, and I was like, nah, I'm really not into it. Done. Logan's Run from 1976, starring Michael York, Jenny Agutter, Richard Jordan, and Farrah Fawcett. This movie completely kicked ass. It was an awesome flick for the time. The 1970s was known for some really schlocky, not great flicks. This is not one of them. Logan's Run is a badass movie. If you watch it, it is good. It is actually very deep in terms of plot. It's got a lot of cool little twists to it. There's a lot of really cool character development there. There's some awesome scenes. Not a great movie in terms of the way it's done from the 70s perspective, in terms of cinematography, but it holds up and it's still a cool flick. What else is coming down the pike? All Quiet on the Western Front from 1930. Yeah. No. It was a good movie. It didn't need to get remade. The Fantastic Four from 2005, starring Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, Michael Chiklis, and Eoin Gruffudd, whatever his name was. Not into it, okay? Not into it, okay? That Fantastic Four was okay. The only thing good about it was Jessica Alba wearing really tight clothing. Not into it, okay? It was not a good adaptation. Marvel sometimes really just spoofs one, and this was not a good execution. Porky's from 1982. Watch out for the one that's got the freckle on it, because it's the one getting yanked through the wall and the hole in the wall. Never mind, just watch it. By and large, it's an American Pie style movie from the 1980s. Is alright. Drop Dead Fred. Oh man. You want to talk about a really sucky movie? Drop Dead Fred. That was it, okay? It was not a good movie. 1991. Frankenstein from 1931, 1994, 1931. Boris Karloff, Colin Clive, Mae Clark. Did not need to get remade, okay? The Boris Karloff one is bad. Even in black and white, the colorized version's a little bit better, but that Frankenstein is freaking phenomenal. Remake it yet again. How many times they remade and done Frankenstein to death? Too many times. Just too many times. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids from 1989. Why? Just why? Why, okay? It was good enough with Rick Moranis. Rick Moranis is not doing any more, live action stuff. He hasn't acted in anything since 1997. He's made plenty of money with Honey, I Shrunk the, franchise. He ain't broke. As a matter of fact, they asked him to do the latest version of Ghostbusters. He said, no, I don't need to. Goodbye. Oh my God. Police Academy. There was how many of those things? 6, 7 TV show? The first couple were funny as hell. After that, they got really, really, really stupid. Tackleberry! That's all I got to say about that one. It was fun. The first couple were fun. Flight of the Navigator from 1986. Okay, basically a little kid gets picked up by an alien spaceship that picks up his mannerisms, and they basically fly around and do stuff, and it gets stupid, okay? It didn't need to get remade. The first time around was kind of not great. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure from 1989. Why? Okay? Why? Keanu Reeves, Alex Winter didn't need to get redone, man. It kicks ass. Now, are they still doing it? Yes, it's going to be Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter. Oof, both these guys are 50-something years old. Not cool. Three Men and a Baby from 1987, starring Tom Selleck, Steve Guttenberg, and Ted Danson. Why? Why? Just why? You didn't need to remake it. Also, it's one of those very few movies directed by Leonard Nimoy. That's right, Spock. And it actually was a very decent flick. People who watched it really, truly enjoyed it. It was actually a decent movie. It didn't need to get remade. Let's see. Scrolling through. Oh, wow. This looks like it's going to be amazing. Cliffhanger from 1993, starring Sylvester Stallone, John Lithgow, and Michael Rooker. Michael Rooker, of course, from, Walking Dead, and, of course, also being in Guardians of the Galaxy. Awesome actor, man. I love his work. He's just fun. Cliffhanger, not so great an action flick, but basically had Sylvester Stallone freezing his balls off, wearing basically a tank shirt, like a wife beater, running around a mountainside. Dumb, okay? Does not need to get remade. It was only to begin with. Directed by Rennie Harlan. The Birds from 1963 by Alfred Hitchcock. Starring Tippi Hedren, Rod Taylor, Suzanne Plachette, and Jessica Tandy. This movie completely kicks ass. You did not need to remake this movie because you know what? It was scary as all get out the first time around. It didn't need to get remade. So there's going to be 20 some odd movies I was telling you guys about. Right now I'm looking for remake. And a lot of this stuff did not need to have happen. They were decent movies from their outset. Anything they try to do in a remake usually is a rehash because, Hollywood is so out of ideas, usually sucks. It usually turns into a political correctness exercise where the male lead, who happens to be white, becomes a female black lead in the next iteration. They basically have to include all kinds of politically correct aspects. They have to make the white guys the enemy. They have to make, basically the fathers look like total doofuses. And anything that's good and worthy on old ways of looking at things has to be defamed. I'm really tired of new Hollywood, okay? And if you guys would basically spend your money correctly and not watch these things in the theater, maybe Hollywood would get the message and stop putting out this dog crap. Instead, they keep putting out this dog crap. Ugh. On this one, folks, I'm going to break off. Eat good, keep the tendering. As always, you know it, you love it. Movie stuff sometimes is really good movie stuff, but other times, Hollywood really screws the pooch. And this time, the dog is walking around with about a size 47 beehole. Yeah, they really screwed him, but so much silly. I'm going to break off on this one, folks. See you guys.